25. Unfortunately, missing out on the playoffs at 8 and 9. We were the first team out. But in this episode, we're going to be going through the offseason. We are going to be losing quite a few players of significance. Ronald Hearns, obviously the big one, but you see, negative 28 million cap room. We couldn't bring it back if we wanted to. Dylan Webster, Hugh Robinson, who was just a trade guy, traded for, no real attachment to him. Dante Ford, Leslie Andrews, Joshua Matias, Nelson Clayton, and then Mason Whitney. So, very sad days. We now have Mark Doolittle as the current quarterback one. We'll see if that actually happens or if Ed Holcomb, the third round pick, will take his job. As far as I'm concerned, there's no real reason to draft a quarterback this year. We're going to roll with Doolittle. Unless a quarterback falls to us. I mean, it looks pretty good outside completion percentage. Got a rushing touchdown under his belt as well. Final year of his deal, former second round pick. We'll give him a shot. Spencer Nails balled out when we needed him to. Maybe this can be a similar situation. But free agency is pretty pointless for us as we don't have any money to go ahead and bring anyone in. So the one thing I do want to check quickly is how well Castro did as a kicker. 77%. Honestly, not terrible. Really just struggled from deep, and it might not even be an accuracy thing, might be a power thing. But anyway, we can't sign anyone due to having no money. Which I really don't understand how we don't have any money. Josh Bernard, Gabe Cunningham, and Corey Childress all go unsigned in the first phase, and they say, you know what? Clearly, we're not as valued as we used to be. Like, Miguel Ruiz is making a bunch, I guess. Jason Young obviously is. Brandon Combs is for this year. Johnny Pinkins. Alex Short. Only 5 guys, though. 20 mil plus range. But then again, we do have TJ Morse, who might be asking for that soon. I think we have Quentin Wilson locked up for the long term, so he won't be expensive. But looking at this, both Combs and Ruiz are both going to be free agents. So that's going to be even more money we're going to be forking out to them. And then also we see TJ Morse potentially. So, I do understand. Ronald Hearns signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. That should be a fun one. We did pick up his 5th-year option. I'm pretty sure. I would have just checked. I already forgot. We did, which probably wasn't a smart idea, but regardless, For positions we should look at, okay, Tucker Ranch still got some time under him. Cornerback, probably. And or backup edge rusher. Probably backup edge rusher. Okay. Now we look at free agency recap. James Jenkins, the number one guy, goes unsigned. 6 years Ronald Hearns gets with the Cincinnati Bengals. Good for him. Dante Ford goes to the Titans, and then Spencer Nails, our former guy, ended up being a starter backup hybrid for the Saints. He goes to the Eagles on a 4-year deal. Okay, now for the other guys looking for divisional signings or former players such as Dylan Webster going to the Giants on a 2-year deal. Jeff White, our former guy, going both to the Broncos. So both a former guy and a divisional signing. He goes for only 1 year though. Byron Floyd goes to the Chargers on a 2-year running back. Robert Capps goes to the Chargers on a 2-year. Jonathan Proctor to the Broncos on a 1-year. Ray Ham, what a name, Chargers on a 2-year. Devon Jeffries, our former quarterback, goes to the Titans on a 2-year. Kyle Daniels to the Broncos on a 1-year. Carter Kramer to the Chargers on a 1-year. Damian Dillon to the Broncos on a 1-year. Brandon Woodard to the Chargers on a 1-year. Marco McDaniels to the Chiefs on a 1-year. Was wondering what we are going to get to say them. Mark Gonzalez to the Broncos on a 1-year. Same with Jermaine Towns. And the worst player is, according to them, Glenn Hanna to the Giants on 2-year. But he has superstar dev. And we also see Jose Cabrera to the Jaguars on a 1-year. There's a bunch of guys. Jaguars get 2 of the worst. Oh, Joshua Matias, our former guy. Almost missed him to the Jets on a 2-year. He's tied for the worst player. And then might as well say the other guy, Sterling Hudson, as well. Sterling Hudson, that's a former guy of ours. Wow. Completely forgot about him. He just did not pan out. Drafted as a first round running back, and he just might be one of the biggest busts in NFL history using that logic. Like, he never once had the starting job. It got won over by none other than Isaiah Tate, who here he is going into year 10, still on the team, still the starting running back. For now, going into last year of his deal, we're probably not going to re-sign him. They're the same class, and he was a third-round pick. Surprised he has never gone for 1K yards rushing. Now, receiving, if you throw in every attribute, he pretty much has every year. Outside of 2, it looks like, and both are probably looking at the carries were due to injuries. But once he hasn't. So, because obviously his first year he didn't, but this 2 years ago he didn't. And this year he also didn't. And then all the way down here, 662 also didn't. But anyway, draft time. The Denver Broncos are on the clock. We have quite a few first round picks. All of them later on, though, we see 13, 16, 20, 22, 23, 28, and lastly, 31. Who is our divisional rival going to take? They take left tackle. So now opens up the opportunity for us to pretty much get whoever we want. Last night, there's really only one quarterback worth taking, and it looks like he went 5th overall to the 49ers. Now, there are some round 1 corners here. Or we can guarantee the edge rusher. Or we could grab the D tackle. I think we're going to take Elijah Rogers first. 43 took him at 13, definite reach. Green Bay with back-to-back selections. They go D tackle. They also go corner, which is really, yeah. Because we now only see one corner, but we're going to go ahead and take Ryan Foote here. 26 took him at 16, and then hopefully the other corner falls to us, which he's going to. So look at that for a 1-2-3 selection. 20 took him at 20, hidden dev, so we got exactly what we wanted. And now we're looking at maybe LaMarcus Oakley as a potential player. It's halfback. We don't know anything about tight end. Don't know anything about. Although there are some round 1 for 2 guys. Emmanuel Espinoza. Okay, I do think Ben Roosevelt is the better player, though. And that's exactly who we're going to take. They're clapping about that. 59 took him at 22. Looks like a bit of a reach, but I'm okay with it. We're now going to trade away this pick. Okay. Let me see Emmanuel Espinoza go a few picks later. Oh, bless me. Apologies. Tell you what, if he falls pick 31 or 32, it shows we have 31, but then you see your next pick, round 1, pick 32 at the bottom. We'll go ahead and scoop him up. We're going to go ahead and take our future running back 1, hopefully. No, we're not. You know what? Why risk it? Let's just take him now. Marcus Oakley. 76 took him at 28. Normal dev. Okay, it is pick 31. It was just glitched. We get a first round pick. For what is almost guaranteed to be a better pick. The only way it's not is if the Jaguars either make or win the Super Bowl. So they have literally a 1 in 16 chance, really. Eli Daly would be a great pick, but due to cap restrictions, we can't. Howard back? Oh, absolutely not. Nice try, Atlanta. Sure, Cleveland. Realize the draft clock is actively going. That's not exactly what I planned on happening. Close your eyes. Arizona. Keep it going. Close your eyes. Cincinnati, you took our quarterback. We're just going to literally keep going. Like, they're going to keep giving us the picks. We're going to keep taking them. All right, Indy. Your turn. There we go. Pick a random team. Vikings. Question is this good enough for a first? I already took the Bengals. Houston. You know what? Let's just hold the rest of these picks. We got what we wanted ultimately. Okay. Look at D tackle real quick. Darian Priester, welcome to the team. 46 took him at 78. Then we should have 2 picks remaining. Should have this 5th and then a 6th or a 7th, one of them. Oh, we have another 5th. Okay. Had 2. Sean Davis, sure, we'll go ahead take the flyer. 105, got him at 130. Is this our last pick? Okay, yeah, we do have one more. So with this pick, I'm gonna look at running back. Whoever's the younger of the two is probably who we're gonna go with here. 22, we're going Demetrius Sims. 135, took about 156. Hidden Dev, good pick. And then with this last pick, we're gonna go ahead and get the most important position. A kicker. Bro is a power guy with A accuracy. Don't even need to think about it. It might be a good pick, might be a bad pick. They're clapping like it's an amazing pick. Number 4, took him at 180. There we go. Got a new retirement, Joshua Hall. How do we do in the draft recap? Okay, so that 68 running back is our worst player, but outside of that, everyone else is 70 plus. 74, 75, 76, 73, 72, 73, 70, 68, and then 81. 85 Eduardo Garcia. That is wow. Texans with by far the worst pick in Shaquille Whitting. 57 overall in the 6th round. Fans do not like us as a coach, which really sucks, but I don't blame them. This stream is flying by, so what I am going to do is once we're done with all of this, I'm going to go ahead and do a fantasy football draft for you guys. You won't be able to see it, but I will commentate my way through the picks, don't worry. It's just going to be a practice draft, so don't worry about that. It's just going to be a mock draft where you guys understand, I'm sure. Okay. Well, Marcus Oakley and Ed Holcomb already the same overall. Julian Macklin, I apologize. We'll rock 4 for now, but Juan Miner, you are the first guy on the list. Okay, receiving room is beautiful. We're going to go ahead and do that. Tight end room should be good. Left tackle. Go ahead and check out right tackle. There's only one. We'll go ahead and move Nick Harris over. I do like to rock at least 9 O linemen, by the way. And that's exactly what we have. 4 left edges, 2 right edges. Okay, so we can get rid of at least one of you guys. Practice squad Sherman, because Montag has played multiple positions, so. Cut. Cut. Practice squad. Practice squad. You want me to get rid of a young D tackle? That's going to be very hard for me to do. We'll practice squad Christian Barker. We're at 8. Practice squad Castro. Punter should only be one. Oh, there is 2 punters. Boy, that's perfect. We can rock that 60 tackle now and get rid of Ben Gabriel. Perfect. All right. Last thing we are going to do is we're first going to set up the class. It's going to be generated rookies, obviously. We're going to go ahead. We're going to hire running back is 2-star and 1-star. We're going to go ahead and pick up Edge, Mike, and offensive tackle. Real Derek Holloway succeeds in both aspects. Okay. National, we'll go ahead and look at the running back department now. Okay. I'll probably go West. Okay. Well, what kind of back are you is the question. Change of plans. We're going to go national for running back. Because I don't know the archetype. And the last thing I want to do is at round 1 for 2 guy be, power back. Okay. Not, that's definitely winning. Okay, still winning. Okay, Southeast it is. And it's really not close. I didn't say Mike is the next important. Okay. Okay. Central it is. And then we're finally gonna tackle the edge rushers. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 compared to 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going west. Which means northeast is for you. And there we have it. So that's what the scouts are going to look like. We're going to show off the team. And then we'll hop into a fantasy football draft. If you don't want to listen to that, feel free to click off. Thank you for watching regardless. But here's what the offense is looking like. Here's what the defense is looking like. And then last, probably least, in terms of carrying the special teams. Okay. Now for the fantasy football draft. We have a few minutes to kill. Doesn't start until 12:10. So what I use is I use the ESPN Fantasy. And what you can do is you can go over to the football tab. Currently, it's not the number one. It's currently baseball because baseball is currently going on. There's create new league, join public league, and then below that is practice with a mock draft. It allows you to just pick that. Okay, we have joined one. It is a 12 team PPR, which is what I'm going to be doing. I am doing a work league, fantasy football league, and I have been tasked with being in charge of it. It's going to be me and one other person. Uh, it's going to be two flexes to plan, full PPR. So that's going to be my draft strategy. Obviously, it's not going to be like that in this here. Let me go ahead and just let you guys look at the roster fully. There we go. So yeah, but I was the last person to join this practice mock. The cool thing is you can either pick your spot or you can hit enter draft, and enter draft will just give you a random open spot. One that hasn't been taken. But for me, unfortunately, well, or fortunately, I'm just happy to have a spot. Um, I got the 12th pick, which means, and it's snake draft, so I will be picking first in the second round, which is gonna suck from a certain standpoint because I'm gonna have to go the longest time without a pick. The players I'm projected to get would be the top two, uh, would be Justin Jefferson and James Cook. Looking at how ESPN has it, I'll go ahead and read out the top 12 first round. Bijan, Gibbs, Nakua, Chase, CMC, JSN, Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, CeeDee Lamb, Ashton Jeanty, and Justin Jefferson. I personally would go Gibbs as the 1, Bijan at the 2, Nakua at the 3, uh, Chase at the 3, McCaffrey at the 4, Nakua at the 5. I would then go Amon-Ra at 6, JSN at 7, Taylor at 8, Achane at 9. I then go Jeanty, then Jefferson, then Lamb. Would be how my top 12 goes. And then we have James Cook as the projected first pick in the second round. I do agree with that. He's someone where, depending on how the draft goes, some people may value running backs over receivers. Some people may value receivers over running backs. Personally, for me, we see Puka Nacua go second overall over Gibbs. Bijan goes first. That's crazy, in my opinion. But they also are picking second overall, so they're going to be picking later on in the second round. So maybe they're like, I want to get a top receiver. Smart move. We see McCaffrey go over Chase. I'm personally like I said, I'm going to be in a two flex league. So I personally am valuing running backs a lot more than receivers currently because I do plan on having a running back at the flex. So yeah. So currently the running backs projected to go before my pick is Taylor, Achane, and Genty. So if one of those three fall, I'm 100% taking them. We see Taylor go, so he isn't going to be the one to fall. We see someone go Justin Jefferson, so I will guarantee Achane or Genty. We see Genty go, so I'm going to, without a doubt, take Achane. And then due to his receiving threat capability, we are going to double dip in the running back department and take James Cook. He's the clear-cut running back one. Yeah, a lot of his touches in the goal line might be stolen by Josh Allen, but I, with it being full PPR, I think James Cook is a great pick there. Could have potentially gone Jeremiah Love. People love Amari and Hampton in this. I do like him. I don't love him like other people do, however. Sorry, my cat's sleeping and I gotta try and keep him awake so he'll be tired. Jeremiah Love is still available halfway through the second. He's been keeping me up a lot in the middle of the night, so. The top players projected to fall to us would be Travis Etienne, which we already took two running backs, so we don't have to take him. We're looking at Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin. Where's Jaden Daniels at? Did someone already take him? Or is he just really far down the board? Yeah, he'd be projected to go a few picks before uh, my next, so round 3 and 4, so round 5 and 6, he'd be projected to not be there, which is fine. Because I was tempted. Oh, if McLaurin is there, we can take the McLaurin Jane Daniels stack. Do you know what a stack is? A stack is where you take a quarterback and one of their teammates. So, for example, I did take James Cook, so I could take Josh Allen, and I would guarantee like the rushing touchdowns. Or I took a chance. So if I want later on, super late in the draft, I could stack Malik Willis. However, ideally you want to do it with receivers. And in case someone is no one would be stream sniping because I took the last spot, so I can just freely talk about my picks. Unless someone just happened to be doing, I will be taking Josh Allen if he falls to me. which I am projected to pick at 36. Well, that's where I am picking. He's projected to go at 41. So I do have a few picks to spare. There is one dude I'm also not going to say. He is projected to go one pick before me, but I really would like him. It's Tetaroa McMillan, which he just went 2 picks ahead. So someone took slight reach. So we could get Garrett Wilson, who is, in my opinion, the clear-cut receiver 1 in New York. We are going to go ahead and take him. Week 13 bye, not double dipping. And then, like I said, I did plan on taking him. We are going to take Josh Allen. Get the James Cook, Josh Allen stack. So we have an AFC East offense so far. Devon Achane, James Cook, Garrett Wilson, and Josh Allen. So when it does come back around to us inevitably, the top guys would be Bashal Tutin, DeAndre Swift, Harold Fannin, David Montgomery, Chubb Hubbard. A lot of the great receivers are going to be gone. However, I do think after Chuba Hubbard, a lot of the value running backs go. Tony Pollard would still be there, who I really do like. Aaron Jones would be there, not a big fan of. Jaylen Warren would be there. I like. I don't love. Like, he's still like a last case resort. So ideally, I would like to grab that third and final running back, as well as another receiver. So people projected to go right before Roma Dunze, who I think will be the receiver 1 in Chicago. I don't like the Luther Burden hype. Marvin Harrison Jr. With Mike before, I do think he will definitely be a better player than he has been in years past. There's two in hand Swift. Swift's more proven, but he does have Monangai behind him to where if Swift does happen to play poor, then maybe we'll see Monangai get more opportunities where Tuin is kind of unproven, but he is the, in my opinion, no doubt receiver. Well, I mean, they could potentially go Chris Rodriguez, but I don't think so. I think they'd rather use Tuin. I think that's why they didn't re-sign ETN is because they saw the potential with Bashal Tuin. But we do have James Cook, who is a week 7 buys. So we are probably. Oh, DeAndre Swift goes at the 5-1. Holy reach. Quinshawn Judkins and Jadarian Price are on the board. Jadarian Price is probably going to be the clear-cut running back 1 for a while in Seattle. 5 Bashal Tutin at the 5-2. Holy shit. These people just reached on receivers. And Jadarian Price goes. So really the last running back I'm super high on is Quinshawn Judkins. And speaking of, he just went. So now we're looking more towards David Montgomery, Chuba Hubbard range. However, David Montgomery is there. I really do like him. Week 8 bye week, so he doesn't stack with any of the ones we already have. My ideal picks would be Roma Dunze, followed by Chuba or David Montgomery just went. So I guess it will be. Oh, Rome Odunze does fall, and I guess we're kind of going to be forced to take Chuba Hubbard. Or we can grab our tight end, Harold Fannin. Was not expecting to be taking a tight end this early. I normally like to save him till the later rounds. But we're going to take a flyer on him. Looking at the players remaining, there is a chance Jalen Warren does fall. So a lot of people reach on running backs. And we're probably going to see another running back go because there is one team currently who just took Drake May at the 6-7 pick. Shut up. Their only current running back is Quinshawn Judkins. Now, granted, they do have, like I said, Drake May, who is a good mobile quarterback. But I don't see a world where they're struggling with depth at the receiver position and they don't take a running back. Speaking of, there's also a team who just took Tony Pollard. That is their second running back. Thankfully, a lot of the teams have kind of already grabbed their free running backs that they're going to need. So, but the issue is outside of it goes Aaron Jones, Jalen Warren, and then after that, you kind of move into the backups. Now, there is another running back who I have not mentioned, who is more than going to be there come our pick. We see Jalen Warren go, so now it really is just Aaron Jones, and then move to the backups. Which I know exactly what I'm going to pick here, assuming it happens. Okay, Aaron Jones goes. So Quinshon Judkins and Aaron Jones, definitely a weak running back room. I do like my receiving room a lot with Garrett Wilson and Rome Odunze. They will both probably have shared targets though between Adonai Mitchell and Omar Cooper in New York, and then obviously Luther Burden. I beg. Okay, they both fall. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take J.K. Dobbins, and I am going to take R.J. Harvey. That solidifies our running back room. We now have, without question, 3 running back ones on our team. It's just a matter of, is it going to be Harvey? Is it going to be Dobbins? We have our quarterback. We have our tight end. So after this, we can take huge hits at the receiver room. Projected to be there is going to be Khalil Shakir, who I really do like. Jaden Reed, who obviously missed a lot of time last year. We'll see if he comes back healthy. He is going to be in a tough room, though, because I do think Matthew Golden's going to be expected to take a huge step up from year 2. And if Christian Watson stays healthy, I do think he is going to be the wide receiver 1 there. So we're going to have Jaden Reed most likely ending up being that gadget guy, wide receiver 3. The other players we see who would potentially fall receiver wise, gotta scroll for a bit. Quentin Johnston, I definitely do like that. I think he is going to take a huge step up. Jordan Addison is our current projected player. I could very well see that with the loss of Jalen Naylor. I mean, they do bring in Jawan Jennings, but Jordan Addison might be a better player. Currently still there is Matthew Golden, Casey Concepcion, and Josh Downs. Which, if one of those 2 fall, we are 100% taken. They both fall. Well, we're going to go ahead and take them both. Matthew Golden, banking on the upside, and we're going to take Josh Downs as well. That locks in our receiver department. We do have 2 guys with a week 13 bye. However, we don't really have to worry about that too much. We also see our first defense off the board with the Broncos defense, surprisingly, instead of Texans. Going at the 9-9. So we need one more running back, one more receiver. We don't have to feel pressured about that, though. Our next projected player to fall would be Jalen McMillan, who I really do not like. Isaiah Laiku would be literally one pick after. I think he is a great tight end. And then our tight end, Harold Fannin, is a week 11 bye week, so we definitely could go after that. There's a bunch of running backs available. JCM, or Bills. Isaiah Pacheco's there, Alvin Kamara, Jordan Mason. I do like Jordan Mason a lot. As kind of that final running back we need. He is projected to fall to us now. However, I also really do like Isaiah Pacheco. We are going to go ahead and take Jalen Coker, who falls to us. I was not expecting him to fall, as well as Jordan Mason. So that rounds out our receiving room now. We see kickers start to go as well in defenses. With 4 picks to go, we still need another quarterback and another tight end. As well as defense and kicker, who we're probably going to be looking at the next 2 picks. And then probably taking the quarterback and receiver or tight end at the last. Or maybe not, actually, because unless teams are going to draft 2 kickers, like this is 12 teams, by the way. 2 teams have already drafted both their defense and their kicker. I'll make that 3 teams now. So it'd be pretty stupid, in my opinion, to waste a roster spot on that extra defense. But then again, I just watched a team take a 3rd quarterback. We also see another team just. Okay, so now, how many teams is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 here. Some teams just took the Ravens defense. They're on the clock as the first team. They might take a kicker. So a lot of these guys are going to have that. Some team took triple quarterbacks in Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. They probably realized their mistake, honestly. Both Lawrence and Herbert, who they took, had the same bye week. So, okay, some team took Eddie Pinheiro. So they're done as well. This team has no defense or kicker, so they're probably going to take one here. This team also with no defense or kicker. This team also with no defense or kicker. Ideally, all these teams I just mentioned take the same one, so we can just grab one and save the other. Oh, we see Mark Andrews go. Okay, so these are 2 of the 3 teams I was talking about. We see a receiver go. Interesting. We see running back go. Interesting. So there's only one more team, so we probably should take our defense and our kicker here now. Because with 3 picks to go, we'd only get to jump them once. Where one team does have 2 quarterbacks already. Okay. We're going to look at defense. I do love the Vikings defense. And if he is there, which he is, we are going to double dip and we are going to take Will Reichert. I think that offense is going to greatly improve. I do like stacking the kicker and the defense because I think, personally, having them on different bye weeks is a loss on potential points that are like so minimalistic that I'm almost saying I'm willing to take that guaranteed loss, most likely, if it means I don't have to worry about the rest of the time. So we get that. We're now looking at a backup quarterback. So looking at our team, we have Jalen Coker, Josh Downs, Matthew Golden, Rome Odunze, Garrett Wilson, and Harold Fannis, so tight end as well. As well as we do have another tight end, which, if they fall, ideally I want to get Kenyon Sadiq. If not, then I'm looking at Jawan Johnson. Okay, there goes Sadiq. Okay, I know exactly who I'm going to take here. We see Daniel Jones goes, which really sucks. That's who I would have probably taken as my quarterback stack because he does have, granted, he's coming off the ACL, but he does have the mobility. So I don't know if you can hear the cat purring on the mic. Okay, we're going to get our guys. We're going to take Jordan Love, and then we are going to take Jawan Johnson. And that is going to round out our draft. Other players might still be drafting, but we go ahead. Our projected starting roster: Josh Allen, Devon Achane, James Cook, Garrett Wilson, Rome Odunze, Harold Fandon, Vikings defense, and then Will Reichard. And then our flex would currently be J.K. Dobbins. But like I said, we're going to have a second one, which probably going to end up being, is I don't want to put J.K. or RJ out there immediately. I want to see, who can earn it. So we're probably looking at Golden, Downs, and Coker, two of the three. Like I said, it's two flex. I Sorry about that. I'm not able to see the schedule, unfortunately. But if I had to pick, I would stop smacking my mic, Cashmere. I'd probably go Downs for sure. And if we're going off of week one, by the way, this is without preseason knowledge, so maybe one of the players does really well. Packers Vikings, so going against a top tier defense, probably not. Gonna start Golden. I don't even see the Panthers anywhere though. And then the Bears. The Bears, their defense is most definitely questionable. They have a good secondary in my opinion. It's just their front is not very good. Their secondary is also very fragile. Like it feels like they are constantly either down someone or someone is playing lackluster. So I think with all the attention on Tetaroa, we would go Jalen Coker and then looking for the Colts. Who did the Colts play? The Ravens. The Ravens, I think that would be a pretty good one. I think that would be a high scoring game. So yeah, we'd probably put Josh Downs out there. So that would probably be my week one projection. And then we see Vikings defense. And then, yeah, that would make sense as well because I don't want to play Matthew Golden when he's going against the defense that I have as well. Because then that pretty much is saying, hey, you do not have confidence in your defense. All right. But thank you all for watching, listening to my draft. I was very happy with that one. I will see you guys next time, which will be season 26. Goodbye.